Today is a versus day because I'm torn between two bikes. One is a 26-inch wheel bike and the other is a 27.5. But the 26-inch one is a fat bike. This is my dude, and this thing's 4-inch. Tire is massive, it looks gnarly, it looks sick, it's a hardtail, but on the other hand, this is my Scout. This is a 27.5, it's a 2.6 tire, so it's a plus size tire. I don't know which one to take out on the trail. I'm torn. So I got a few challenges to put these things together to find out which one is the best to take out on the trail. Let's go. All right, I got some jumps. I'm gonna put the two bikes together to the test, see which one's a bit more stable in the air, see which one can get off the ground. I know they both can jump, but I wanna know what it feels like in the air, how they move in the air. Let's do it. Okay, this is the jumping test. And to be honest, I thought the fat bike was going to be quite sluggish. I know I've done a lot of jumps on a fat bike, but when you're going a lot faster and you're hitting quite longer, bigger jumps, the fat bike it's quite hard to move around, but it is stable in the air because of that big gyroscopical force of that fat tire in the air, keeping you stable. But when you want to turn the bars and stuff, it's quite a pull, it's quite a fight. So I'm going to give that, well, it can jump, and I'm going to give it a 6. Whereas this one, the plus size, this thing is good because in the air it's stable, it's got that big tire, but it's easier to move that bike around, so you can manipulate that bike in the air, especially when you come to some hips where you need to turn the bike. This thing reacted really well on the hip. This thing, it was a bit of a fight. That one I'm gonna give it an 8. This one is all about FREERIDE, because I'm all about FREERIDE. I got some FREERIDE lines I want to scope out. It's got a huge drop in it. I want to see which one handles FREERIDE better. And I've got the fat bike first. Big drop. Wow. All right. See what this size does. Nice. Okay. 2 out of 5. 2.5 being generous because I love the fat bike. But I was bouncing all over the place, man. That thing didn't get enough grip, didn't dig in. It kind of floated on top like it's designed to go on sand and snow. Whereas this thing, on the other hand, this thing dug in. The 2.6 was really good. I got sucked in. I felt like I was going faster down there. I was more in control on the drop. I'm giving that a 4.5. Timed race, one trail, flat out. Who's faster down the trail? I'm going on the fatty first because I want a comfortable ride. I got suspension. Oh man, the tires on this thing. Woo! Oh wow, can't feel anything. I'm bouncing everywhere. Bottom out forks. Oh, that was slow. I can't get enough grip on these tires. Oh, jumps. Oh, grip is nothing. And done. Wow. Wow. Right, now it's time for that plus size bike. Oh wow, more bumpy fields. Wow, so far it feels way faster. Way more faster. I can feel more grip. Feels better on the jumps. It's way more grip on the turns. And finished. Phew. Right, so it's all down to that race time, and the times do not lie. And to be honest, it was quite close between the fat and the plus. With a fat bike, this one came in at 56.83 seconds, and this one was 55 dead. So I'll be taking the plus size bike out racing over the fat bike. I'm sorry, dude, because, you know, times matter. But I felt quite slow on the fat bike through the trails, quite sluggish, but I did get through rough sections nice and smoothly with that big fat tire. And on the plus side, I felt quite quick. I had a lot more grip on those tires and turns, whereas a bit loose and marbly on those corners. I'm gonna give the fat bike a 6, I'm gonna give the plus an 8, because it worked out really well on that. But rough and smooth sections, well, to be honest, the fat bike does pretty well in the rough sections, but I've got my tires set up quite hard because I'm running rocky sections. I don't want to get a puncture on those big fat tires because that's a big problem. I'm going to give that a 6 again, and with the plus size tire bike, I'm going to give that an 8 because I kind of bounced through the section. I could pick my line a lot more, whereas that I kind of point and shoot and let the bike bounce around to get through that whole rough section. So yeah, 6, 8. Right, I found myself on a big, long fire road climb, and fire roads on a climb can be super tedious. It can be so long and feel never ending. So you want to have a bike that has the least rolling resistance when you're climbing. You want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, obviously. So you would think that the fat bike's the worst thing ever to climb. But you're only really sitting on the center of this tread anyway. You're not using all 4 inches of that tread pattern on the floor. So it feels easy. Whereas the 2.6 plus, that one, well, that one over exceeds this one, obviously, because it's a smaller tire, and this one's a little bit bigger, obviously. But so I'm going to give the plus size a 7 for climbing on a fire road, and this one not far behind because, you know, fire roads are tedious and boring, and it's super entertaining to see a fat tire going around. So because of that, I'm going to give this a 6. Right, enough of the fire road. I'm going to make it a little bit technical. I'm going to stick some roots, make it loose. I'm going to go up there, furthest one wins. Oh, blimey. Oh, this bit is quite steep. Oh. I don't think I'll get up here. Right, I'm gonna leave this bike here. If I can overtake that with a fatty wins. Right. Hey, fatty. You gorgeous piece of black material mountain bike. All the grip in the world. I do believe that's Neil Donahue. Hey, Neil? Oh, the grip is insane. I was gonna slide. Might step up a gear to get up this section here because you need speed. There you go. Diesel power. That's what the fat bike is built for. Diesel power. Look at that. I think I can say fat bike wins. I'm tired. 4-wheel drive truck and a tractor. Diesel power and petrol power. So this thing has insane amount of grip, especially when the trail gets rough. This thing can just dig in. You don't need speed, whereas this, you need a little bit of speed to get through sections so you don't lose traction quickly, because there isn't much of a platform for tread, such like this one right here, whereas this thing just eats up that dirt. And it flew past the plus size. Diesel power! So I think this thing is definitely getting a 9. This, it's good, 5. Oh my God, that tree. Right, we're on some nice single track. We've got some berms, we've got some flat turns, and we've got this nice loamy dirt where there's a lot of grip to be had on that. And talk about grip, the fat bike, it's got so much grip, it's insane. But you gotta, I find myself fighting that bike because of that big bulbous tire. I gotta fight it to move it around on that trail. With the plus size bike, that thing is way easier to maneuver on the trail. You can flick it about a lot easier. There's a lot of grip there as well. So I'm gonna give that a 6. I'm gonna give that a 7. Right, this next test is, it's definitely gonna blow that plus size out of the water, and that's for sure. It's all about sound. How do these bikes sound on the trail? And to be honest, I love the sound of a fat bike. It sounds like there's an angry bear, crazy, running down the trails, just like, wah, 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 wah. It's amazing. So if I was chasing you down the trail and I was behind you, oh, you would definitely think it's a bear. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take you off all the way, and I'm gonna get you as close, as possible to that rear wheel. Now for the plus size, same spot, under the saddle. This is so quiet. Oh, my heart. Guys, there's a bear behind me. Definitely a bear behind me. Right, the sound, well, it's no-brainer. I think it's the fat bike. That takes 10 points because I absolutely love the sound of the fat tire rolling down the trail. It's like it's so super aggressive, wants to kill everything, really. That makes a little noise. 5. I love them both. I can't choose which one. I love the fat bike because it's different. I love the plus size hardtail because you can push that thing to its limits. Where would I take this bike? Well, I'll take this thing on an adventure, backpacking, going some mountains. I don't need suspension. I got forks on the front. The rear, I got these big volume tires. They can take an absolute hammering. With the Nuke-proof Scout plus size bike, this thing, I would love to take it to my local woods where it's not so rough, but it's super tight, single track. I can thrash it super hard. I can pedal back up the hill, get back on that trail and smash it again. It's my go-to hack bike. I can abuse this thing. I can abuse that as well, but they're different elements. I love them both, but let me know in the comments down below which one you would prefer. Would it be the plus size? Would it be the fat size? Don't know, let me know. Smash the globe if you haven't subscribed already, because you're missing out. If you want to see another video, click over here. And how hard can you push a fat bike? And over here, limitations to the hardtail. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, like, and I'll see you in the next one.